Alrighty, folks, you know I'm feeling great on a Sunday morning because chairman members cashed in on 4 different premium selections on my premium site yesterday. We had Michigan laying the 4 against Penn State, Celtics minus 7.5. We also had the under in the Iowa and Northwestern game. And yep, you guessed it, all of those cashed. And the only way you could have accessed all of those winners is to join my full access, all-inclusive chairman package. Now, chairman members get access to every single premium selection of mine, every single package, every single day for the next 30 days. And as an added bonus, you also get access to my chairman podcast absolutely free. It's included with your purchase. Now, you may be wondering what the difference is between what I do here with the free videos and what I do on my premium page. Well, what I do here with the free videos is I'll handicap the entire slate of games in any given sport, side and total. What I do on my premium page is I actually share with you which one of these free plays I actually like the best. I'm 3-0 with a push on my last 4 extra daily picks, 6-1 on my last 7 board member plays, and finally, guys, I'm 2-0 on my last couple of chairman picks on my premium site. And the good news is, well, I've plays going off in all of those memberships here today. The site's patreon.com/Brock Page. And with that, folks, we are going to jump into some free content. Let's go ahead and start with the early game. Colts, Patriots, 9:30 in Berlin. Indy's minus 1.5, totals 42 and a hook. Now, we did see a 0.5 point move toward the Patriots and the under in this one. Indy opened 2, down to 1.5. Total open 43, down to 42 and a hook. And even though the line moved toward New England, it's the Colts who've played really well away from Indy. These guys are 3-1 straight up in their contests away from Lucas Oil Stadium. They failed to cover only one time during that time span. And, well, when it comes to getting points, this is a top 5 point-producing team in the AFC. The Colts are averaging 26 points per contest. They're facing a Pats defense who's actually struggled, slowing teams down themselves. They're allowing nearly 26 points a game, and their pass rush has been lackluster at best. New England's currently in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks per game. But even worse than that has been their offensive production. The Pats score fewer points a game than any other franchise besides one. Now, injury-wise, Austin, Brown, Bentley, Greer, Jackson, Parker, and Roberts are out for New England. Meanwhile, for Indy, Ogletree, McGrone, Hambright, Brents, and Anderson are inactive for them. When it comes to the total, I do feel like this one can get over the number. Indy saw 3 out of their last 4 get over the total. They're also 6-3 to the over for the entire season. Meanwhile, New England saw 2 out of their last 3 get over the total themselves. Overs against the likes of Miami and Buffalo. Give me the Colts minus 1.5, over 42 and a hook. Next matchup, it is going to be Browns-Ravens, 1 o'clock Eastern start time. Baltimore's minus 6.5, totals 38. Now, I don't think the Browns are playing good enough on defense, especially on the road here. They're allowing a bunch of yards per play from scrimmage when traveling. And out of their 3 road games this season, they failed to cover in all of them. They're facing a Baltimore club who won their last 4 straight themselves. And they covered the point spread in nearly 70% of their ball games for the entire year. And when it comes to offensive production, this Ravens ground attack, they just can't be stopped right now. These guys run for more yards a game than any other club in the league. And when it comes to defensive play, it's actually this Baltimore defense, who leads the league in defensive yards per play from scrimmage. And of course, a lot of that is thanks to Roquan Smith, who seems to be all over the place. He continues to stuff the run. Smith's the team leader in tackles. Patrick Queen's right behind him with 75 on the year. Now, Baltimore is giving up fewer points a game than any other roster in the NFL. When it comes to the injury report, Armour Davis, Moses, Humphrey, and Mitchell are questionable for the Ravens. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, Strong and Newsome are questionable for them. Jones, Bell, Goodwin, and Mitchell are out. Now, weather-wise, shouldn't be an issue here. Mostly sunny with a slight breeze by game time in the Inner Harbor. And when it comes to the total, we could see this one get over the number as well. 2 out of Baltimore's last 3 ball games got over the total. We're looking at overs against the likes of Arizona and Detroit. Meanwhile, Cleveland went 3-1 to the over in their last 4 themselves. Give me the Ravens minus 6.5, over 38. All right, next contest. It is going to be Titans, Bucks, 1 o'clock Eastern kickoff. Tampa Bay's the 3-point favorite at home. Total's 39.5. And even though the Bucks are favored in this one, they played some pretty bad football over the past month or so. They actually lost their last 4 straight, and they've been pretty terrible offensively at home. And of course, they're facing a Titans defense who's led by Azeez Al-Shaair, who's got the most tackles in the lineup. Autry and Simmons have 9.5 sacks between the both of them. They're going to have to stop a Tampa Bay run game who's dead last in the league in yards per rush. Now, injury-wise, Kendall and Tannehill are questionable. Burks, Murphy, Bunting, Brunskill, Brown, and Petit Ferrer are out. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay, Davis, Filer, Palmer, Hall, Cansey, and Dean are questionable. Josh Hayes is out for them. When it comes to the weather, hot and sunny by game time in Tampa. 85 degrees with a slight wind at kickoff. 3 out of the Bucks' last 4 home games did fall under the total. Tampa's also 6-2 to the under for the entire season. Meanwhile, Tampa Bay saw their last 4 straight on the road all stay under the total themselves. Give me the Titans +3, under 39.5. All right, next ball game. It is going to be Falcons, Cards, 4:05 East. Atlanta's the 3-point favorite. Total's 43. And even though this is a super short number, you still have to consider the fact that Atlanta has been horrible at covering the point spread this year. They failed to cover in 7 out of their last 8 ball games. And aside from averaging just 18 points a game, this O-line also struggles protecting the quarterback. These guys are in the bottom 10 in sacks allowed per contest. They're facing an Arizona club who's had some success moving the football in their own building. And speaking of their own building, the Cards did cover the point spread in 3 out of their last 4 at State Farm Stadium. So these guys have been pretty good against the number in front of their own fans. Kaiser White's leading the charge with 76 tackles on the year for the Cardinals. A couple of sacks for the former Eagle. And when it comes to the pass rush, well, Arizona's in the top 10 in sacks per game. Now, injury-wise, Turner, O'Donnell, Wilson, Hernandez, Humphreys, Swaim, and Connor are questionable. DeMercado's out. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, Jarrett, Alford, and Hollins are out for them. Onyemata's questionable. And as bad as these offenses have been, I somehow think this one can get over the number. Arizona's 4-0 to the over in their own building this season. Meanwhile, Atlanta saw their last 2 straight get over the total themselves. Overs against the Vikings and Titans. Give me the Cardinals +3, over 43. Now with that, folks, we are going to jump into our next and final breakdown for the video. Jets, Raiders, 8:20 p.m. East. The Jets are -1.5. Total's 36 and a hook. And of course, I've got zero faith in the Jets laying any type of number, even as small as 1.5 is. Zach Wilson, obviously not a starting quarterback in the NFL, and the Jets' offensive numbers certainly show for it. New York's second to last in total yards per game, and on top of it, they're completing only 59% of their throws. They're facing a Vegas defense who actually defends the pass quite well. These guys give up just $192 a game through the air. They're in the top 10 in that category, and when their opponents do complete a pass, well, the Raiders do a nice job of keeping it in front. They're in the top 3 in the AFC in fewest yards allowed per completion. Now, injury-wise, Miller, Peters, and Johnson are questionable for Las Vegas. Turner and Surratt are out. When it comes to the total, I'm not so sure this one can get over. The Jets saw their last 3 straight all stay under the number. Unders against the likes of the Chargers, Giants, and Eagles. Meanwhile, the Raiders saw all of their contests this season stay under the total except for 2. Give me the Raiders +1.5, under 36 and a hook. And with that, folks, we are going to jump into our quick pick recap. Give Give me the Colts minus 1.5 over 42 and a hook. Ravens minus 6.5 over 38. Titans plus 3 under 39.5. Saints minus 2.5 over 40. San Francisco minus 3 under 45. Packers plus 3 under 39. Ravens minus 6.5 over 38. Texans plus 6 under 47. Chargers plus 3 over 48.5. Cardinals plus 3 over 43. Cowboys minus 17.5 over 38 and a hook. Commanders plus 6 over 44. And with my next and final free pick, give me the Raiders plus 1.5 under 36 and a hook. And with that, folks, that's going to do it for me. Don't forget to check me out on my premium page. Now, if you do end up getting a membership here today on patreon.com/BrockPage, just a friendly reminder, you're going to get access to that membership every single day for the next 30 days. And as an added bonus, you're also going to get access to all of my cheaper memberships absolutely free. They're going to be included with your purchase. That's why I always tell folks that Chairman membership, it's a full access, all-inclusive package. It gives you access to every single premium selection of mine, every single package, every single day for the next 30 days. And as an added bonus, guys, you also get access to my Chairman podcast absolutely free. It's included with your purchase. But most importantly, guys, got to thank you for joining me right here on the free video. Really hope you enjoyed all this great free content, all this great free information. And with that said, folks, happy Sunday to you. Best of luck to you. And I look forward to seeing you later on today on my premium page at patreon.com/BrockPage.